You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Monday, the 13th of April. From Panchayats to Parliament, PM Modi hails rise of Nari Shakti. Failed Islamabad talks spark economic concerns in Pakistan. And India bids farewell to legendary singer Asha Bhosle. And now for all the details. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called for a historic push towards women's empowerment, saying India is on the verge of taking one of the most significant decisions of the 21st century. Addressing the Nari Shakti Vandana Sammelan in New Delhi, he emphasized the need to expand opportunities for women and strengthen their role in the country's democratic framework. Speaking at the Nari Shakti Vandana Sammelan, Narendra Modi said Parliament is preparing to create history by advancing women's representation in legislatures. He stressed that increasing women's representation will not only empower them but also strengthen democracy. Highlighting women's contributions from the freedom struggle to nation building, he said Indian women have always played a vital role in shaping the country's future. The Prime Minister urged women to actively participate in the process and engage with their elected representatives to ensure their voices are heard.
इसमें पंचायत स्तर पर महिलाओं की भागीदारी की ही बहुत बड़ी भूमिका है। साथियों, हमारे लोकल बॉडीज और संस्थानों में इतने वर्षों से जो लाखों महिलाएं काम कर रही हैं, नेतृत्व कर रही हैं, उनके पास ग्रासरूट लेवल का बहुत समृद्ध और लंबा अनुभव है। वो अब और बड़ी भूमिका के लिए तैयार है और तत्पर भी है।
Meanwhile, Pakistan's attempt to position itself as a mediator in high-stakes US-Iran peace talks has ended without a breakthrough. After marathon negotiations in Islamabad failed to produce an agreement, many Pakistanis are now questioning their government's diplomatic strategy and worrying about the economic consequences of the conflict. Talks between the United States and Iran hosted in Islamabad collapsed after nearly 21 hours of negotiations, with both sides blaming each other for failing to reach a deal. For many in Pakistan, the failure is more than just a diplomatic setback. For ordinary Pakistanis, that could mean higher fuel prices, increased transport costs, and further strain on household budgets. Analysts say the failure highlights the challenges Pakistan faces in acting as a credible mediator. With tensions in the Middle East continuing and global oil prices remain volatile, this is a worrying sign for Pakistan, already battling inflation and rising living costs.
हम इस पे बहुत अफसोस करता है, बहुत बुरी बात है ये। पहले हम बहुत खुश था पाकिस्तान के लिए कि ये मुज़ाकरात कामयाब हो जाएगी, पाकिस्तान का नाम रोशन हो जाएगा, लेकिन अभी तक कोई नतीजा नहीं निकला। ये सारा मौजूदा आवाम के लिए बहुत बुरी बात है, क्योंकि महंगाई और बढ़ जाएगी।
And India is mourning the loss of one of its most iconic voices. Legendary playback singer Asha Bhosle has passed away in Mumbai at the age of 92, marking the end of an era in Indian music. Tributes have been pouring in from across the country and beyond for the singer whose voice defined generations. We have a report.
A voice that shaped the sound of Indian cinema for decades has fallen silent. Asha Bhosle, known for her versatility and unmatched energy, passed away in Mumbai after battling chest infection and exhaustion. The legendary singer was cremated with full state honors, where fans gathered in large numbers to bid farewell to the voice that defined an era.
ये पूरे भारत के लिए और विश्व के संगीत प्रेमियों के लिए बहुत ही दुख की बेला है। सबसे वर्सेटाइल आर्टिस्ट के रूप में जिनको जाना गया, ऐसी आशा ताई भोसले, इनका दुखद निधन हुआ है।
With a career spanning over 8 decades, Bhosle recorded more than 11,000 songs in multiple languages, earning recognition as one of the most recorded artists in history. From peppy cabaret hits to soulful classics, her voice became synonymous with Bollywood's golden era.
Asha ji was one in a million. This is the end of an era of iconic work, biggest volume of work, quality and quantity. उनके जैसे और कोई नहीं हो सकता. And I'm so, what can I say, so glad to say that I got a chance to be with her.
India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi described her voice as timeless brilliance. Fellow musicians remembered her not just as a legend, but as a pioneer who constantly reinvented herself.
And anger over alleged denial of rights and compensation finally made a major breakthrough in Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan. The protesters of the Diamer-Bhasha Dam say years of promises by authorities failed to translate into action. But after sustained pressure, the government has now agreed to a timeline for addressing their demands. We have a report.
For nearly 2 weeks, this was the scene in Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan's Chillas, protesters occupying the Karakoram highway. The protests reflect deep frustration among communities displaced or affected by the Diamer-Bhasha Dam project. Protesters allege that despite repeated assurances, compensation, land settlements, and employment opportunities never reached many locals.
सबसे मैं ये दो बातें करना चाहता हूं. कान खोल के सुन लो. आपने आज फैसला करना है कि डैम बनाना है या नहीं बनाना है. अगर डैम बनाना है, हुकूक दे के डैम बना लो. अगर डैम तुमने नहीं बनाना है, अपना बोरी बिस्तर समेट के चले जाओ. हमारी दियामर को वहां गुजार करो.
The blockade disrupted one of the country's most critical highways, halting passenger travel and trade, forcing authorities to come to the negotiating table. After overnight talks with the district administration, an agreement was finally reached. Under the agreement, officials have committed to resolving dozens of cases within weeks.
जो मेजर हमारे पॉइंट्स थे, उनको टाइमलाइन फ्रेम के साथ हमने हतमी शक्ल दे दी और सुबह तकरीबन 5:30 बजे हम उस मुज़ाकराती सेशन से फारिग हुए.
The protests have exposed deeper concerns about transparency and fairness. But protest leaders remain cautious. They say similar promises have been made before, without implementation.
For years, Nepali workers worked in the Gulf under harsh conditions, far from home, chasing the promise of a better future. Now some migrant workers have returned home and are finding new opportunities. In Makwanpur district of Nepal, a local government initiative guaranteeing monthly payments for milk has encouraged returnees to invest in dairy farming, offering both financial stability and a chance to reunite with their families. That assurance has transformed the local economy. In ward number 1 alone, daily milk collection has jumped from 1,200 litres to over 3,200 litres, with hundreds of farmers participating. Farmers here are also adopting modern techniques, from improved cattle care to automated milk collection systems, boosting both quality and productivity. In a country where thousands of youths leave daily for foreign employment, Makwanpur in Nepal offers a different story, one of return, resilience and rural revival.
म विगत 6-7 वर्ष वैदेशिक रोजगारमा गइरहँदाखेरि त्यहाँको दुःख, त्यहाँको परिश्रम सम्झिँदाखेरि र अहिलेको यहाँको दुःख परिश्रम गरिरहँदाखेरि म चाहिँ त्यहाँ भन्दा नि यहाँ सन्तुष्ट छु. होला विगतमा त्यहाँ मैले 1.5 लाख कमाउँथे होला, र त्यो भन्दा पनि मैले अहिले चाहिँ यहाँनेरि 50,000 4वटा गाई पालिरहेको छु र आफैले गरिरहेको छु भन्दा 50,000 कमाइरहेको छु भन्दा यही सन्तुष्ट छु. किन छु भन्दा आफ्नो परिवारको साथमा बस्न पाइरहेको अवस्था.
And thousands of devotees have gathered in Haridwar to take part in the sacred Baisakhi Snan, turning the holy city into a vibrant center of faith and devotion. From early morning, devotees thronged major ghats, especially Har Ki Pauri, creating a spiritually charged atmosphere. For many, the holy dip is not just a ritual, but a deeply emotional and spiritual experience. Pilgrims from across the country performed rituals, prayers, and seeking peace, happiness, and prosperity for their families. Despite the chilly waters and heavy crowds, faith remained unwavering. The festival of Baisakhi marks the harvest season and a beginning of a new year in many parts of India, symbolizing renewal, gratitude, and unity. As prayers echoed along the ghats and the river flowed steadily, the day reflected a powerful blend of faith, tradition, and collective harmony. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi also extended greetings to citizens on the occasion of Baisakhi, calling it a festival that brings hope, happiness, and prosperity.
स्नान करके बहुत अच्छा लगा। मैं तो पहली बार यहाँ पे आया हूँ हरिद्वार में हर की पौड़ी में नहाने के लिए, इसलिए मुझे अति सुंदर यहाँ का नज़ारा बहुत बढ़िया लगा। भगवान से ही सुख शांति मांगा और ज़िंदगी अच्छे से चलती रहे बस, और क्या चाहिए बस।
कैसा वातावरण है?
बहुत अच्छा वातावरण, बढ़िया है, बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत ही अच्छा, बहुत सुंदर।
That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.